Hi guys, Mark Dawes, NFPS Limited, and this blog post I just want to touch on the fact there's been two more corporate manslaughter convictions. One of a farming company in Northern Ireland that does agricultural stuff, and the other was of a leisure company in West London. What's that got to do with restraint? Well, a lot. It won't be long now. There will be a restraint-related death, and there'll be a corporate manslaughter conviction as a result of that. It's inevitable. It's coming. And what the message I want to get over to you from here is gear up for it. Make yourself legally defensible. Don't just make yourself legally defensible and try and safeguard yourself, from a legal perspective. So if someone dies, you can protect the company. Just stop people dying, guys. Just stop people dying. It's a perverse dichotomy if you think about it, really. I mean, restraint is designed to actually protect people. So if someone is at risk of harming themselves or others, or doing something mad that could hurt someone else or others, then we need to physically control them to protect them, not cause more harm than what we would have prevented in the restraint. And particularly and specifically, we shouldn't be killing them in a restraint. Yet today, people are still doing mad stuff. And I know I'm speaking to a lot of you who converted. A lot of you out there know what you're doing. You're good people. But we still have contingencies in our industry where people are primarily forcing people down to the ground, restraining their legs, getting on their backs, putting neck locks on them. And, I'm not exaggerating here. I'm not exaggerating at all, and many of you know this. And we have people providing this training that are crazy. That's the only word I can describe it, is they're absolutely crazy. Now, let's take the education sector, for example. If you're a teacher watching this is really important for you because you went into the teaching profession to help children. You went there to give them a future. You're there to actually prepare these children to go out and be independent. And yet in many cases in the education sector, you do training because you're told to do it. The thinking stops at the training. You have training imposed upon you and you all question it because many of you ring me up and say, look, this doesn't work. We know it doesn't work. You know it doesn't work. Why are you doing it? Because it's been approved? Check the approval process. It doesn't mean jack. The Minister for Education, in communicating with us, has sent us an email, sent us correspondence saying it doesn't matter who it's approved by. You, as the head teacher of the school, are responsible for the health and safety welfare of the children within your school and your staff, and therefore you are responsible for deciding what training is best suited and fit for purpose in your school. So you shouldn't be having stuff imposed upon you. And if you are someone who is influencing people like children, why does the influence stop when it comes down to you making a decision about training? And you're not alone. I'm just not having a pop at teachers here. There's lots of industry sectors out there on much the same thing. The security sector, for example, you have to do the SIA stuff. We've got people working on the doors. Some have renewed their license without doing physical intervention. Some have got their licenses and have done physical intervention. And on the doors, we have a mix. But historically, and custom and practice currently right now on the doors, is most people will employ a door supervisor on the primary basis that they have an SIA badge. It's not enough. The SIA have made it quite clear that if you need to provide additional training, that's what you need to do, because that's what health and safety law requires you to do anyway. You have to provide training that's fit for purpose and that meets the risk as to what your staff are expected to do. So please read the blog post below. I'm not trying to sell you a place on a course. I'm not trying to do anything more than give you the information here so that you can make the right decisions. Because if you are responsible for training, whether you are delivering it or commissioning it, you really are responsible for the health, safety and welfare of your staff and the people that your staff will restrain. And it's about time that we all started really pushing on this stuff and doing the right things. It's the right thing to do. Thanks for listening, guys. Enjoy the blog post. See you on the next video.